What happens in the moments after your final breath? Do we vanish into nothingness, or do we embark on a journey beyond time and space? Welcome, seeker of truth, to the ultimate mystery, what lies beyond life itself. Today we explore one of the most profound and transformative teachings of Tibetan Buddhism, the Bardo Thodol, widely recognized in the West as the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Imagine possessing a guide that illuminates the most uncertain and mysterious transition of existence, death itself. The Bardo Thodol is more than a book. It is a spiritual roadmap, a manual for navigating the unknown realms that follow our departure from this world. Join us as we unravel its hidden wisdom, and perhaps gain a deeper understanding of what it truly means to exist. The origins of the Bardo Thodol. This sacred text is attributed to Padmasambhava, a revered master who played a crucial role in bringing Buddhism to Tibet during the 8th century. Also known as Guru Rinpoche, or Precious Teacher, he was no ordinary monk. A spiritual luminary, a mystic, and a master of esoteric wisdom, Padmasambhava's teachings extended beyond life, reaching into the realms of the afterlife itself. During a time when Tibet was deeply rooted in shamanic traditions and indigenous Bon spiritual practices, Padmasambhava's arrival was met with resistance. Local deities and spirits opposed the spread of Buddhism, but rather than reject them, Padmasambhava integrated these forces into the Buddhist path, forging a bridge between old and new traditions. One of his greatest contributions was the establishment of Samye Monastery, Tibet's first Buddhist monastery, where he laid the foundation for Vajrayana Buddhism. His insights into death and rebirth led him to craft the Bardo Thodol, not only as a guide for the dying, but as a spiritual compass for the living, helping them prepare for the journey beyond. Understanding the Bardos, the 3 stages of the afterlife. Tibetan Buddhism views death not as an end, but as a transition, a gateway to profound transformation. The Bardo Thodol describes 3 distinct stages, or bardos, that every soul encounters after death. 1. The Chikai Bardo, the moment of death. In the first stage, known as Chikai Bardo, the physical body ceases to function, and consciousness is liberated from its earthly vessel. At this moment, the soul encounters an overwhelming radiance, the clear light of ultimate reality. This luminous presence is described as infinite, pure, and boundless, representing the true nature of the mind beyond illusions. If the soul can recognize this light as its own essence, liberation is instantaneous and the cycle of rebirth is broken. This is the moment of ultimate enlightenment, where all past karma dissolves in the vast expanse of awareness. However, for many, this light is too intense, too unfamiliar. Fear takes hold, and instead of merging with the light, the soul recoils, clinging to the known. When this happens, the journey continues into the next stage, the realm of visions and illusions. 2. The Chonyid Bardo, the realm of projections. As Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." This is the essence of the Chonyid Bardo, the second stage where the soul faces its own mind, unfiltered and magnified. Without a physical body to anchor it, consciousness drifts into a world shaped entirely by thoughts, memories, fears, and desires. Here, the soul witnesses both radiant, benevolent beings and terrifying, wrathful entities. These are not external gods or demons, but reflections of the mind itself, the echoes of past emotions, unresolved karma, and deeply ingrained psychological patterns. The first visions are peaceful, appearing as celestial beings, or enlightened Buddhas, radiating love and serenity. If the soul embraces them with clarity, liberation remains possible. But if doubt creeps in, or if attachment to worldly concerns persists, the visions transform. The second phase of Chonyid Bardo reveals wrathful deities, fierce and intimidating figures embodying suppressed fears and unresolved conflicts. These terrifying forms arise not to punish, but to reveal the aspects of the self that need integration. They are mirrors, showing the soul what it has refused to acknowledge in life. For those who recognize these visions as mere projections of the mind, freedom is still within reach. But for those overwhelmed by fear and attachment, the soul spirals further, pulled inevitably toward the next stage, the return to the cycle of rebirth. 3. the Sidpa Bardo, the path to rebirth. In the final stage, known as Sidpa Bardo, the soul reaches a decisive point. Here, all accumulated thoughts, emotions, and karmic tendencies crystallize, shaping the conditions of the next life. The pull toward a new existence becomes irresistible, driven by desires, fears, and unfinished lessons. The Sidpa Bardo is often described as a turbulent storm of emotions, where the soul is drawn toward visions of potential parents or new life forms. The choice of rebirth is not deliberate, but is dictated by karmic momentum, like a river naturally flowing into the ocean. For those unprepared, this stage leads inevitably to another birth, another life, another cycle of joy and suffering. However, for those who have trained their minds in life, through meditation, mindfulness, and wisdom, there is still an opportunity to escape this cycle and merge into the clear light. Tibetan teachings emphasize that preparing for this journey starts long before death. By practicing detachment, recognizing the transient nature of reality, and cultivating awareness, one can navigate the bardos with clarity rather than fear. Beyond death, a map for life. The Bardo Thodol is not merely a text about death. It is a guide for living with awareness. It teaches that what we carry within shapes not only the afterlife, but our present reality. Fear, attachment, and ignorance create suffering, while wisdom, compassion, and self-awareness lead to liberation. As the spiritual teacher Ram Dass once said, "When you die, only one thing matters: how much did you love?" Perhaps the greatest lesson from the Tibetan Book of the Dead is this: if we truly understand death, we learn how to live. By facing our fears, embracing impermanence, and cultivating love and wisdom, we prepare ourselves not just for what comes after, but for a life fully realized in the here and now. What do you think awaits beyond this life? Let us know in the comments. And if this journey through the Bardos resonated with you, share this video and subscribe. Together, we can explore the deepest mysteries of existence.